What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime and welcome back to another video. In today's video, guys, I am here to bring you all my review of Kiznaiver episode 7. So, before we actually get started into this review, let me just clarify everyone, because just due to, the comments that I got on my last video of Kiznaiver, it seems like people think that I hate the series, it seems. However, that is not the case. I do not hate Kiznaiver at all, okay? It's still a very enjoyable series, and for me personally, my viewing experience of Kiznaiver has been kind of like up and down. It'll have its high moments, then it'll have its low moments, high moments, low moments, and yeah, it just kind of fluctuates for me. But that doesn't mean that I hate Kiznaiver at all, and the main reason why I think, my expectations of this series, has been let down a little bit is because I had high expectations for this series to begin with. It's by Studio Trigger. Trigger does a lot of great stuff, and I'm not saying that Kiznaiver isn't great. I'm just saying it's probably not the best work that I have seen from them. It's still a very good series, but it's just, I guess I had higher expectations to expect out of this anime, and I thought it would be something rather different than slice of life. So with that out of the way, let's actually head into this episode review of Kiznaiver. So when it comes to this episode, Kiznaiver episode 7, we have this episode yet again focusing on Maki, and this episode was very simplistic in terms of the overall message in which this episode was trying to convey. We pretty much have it to where Maki finally, accepts her mistakes and, learns to move on by the end of this episode. So, from the last episode and from this episode of Kiznaiver, I don't know if it's just me, but I think I'm liking Maki a lot more than the other characters of this series. And while, the other characters are cool in their own sort of weird way, like Tenga, for example, when it comes to Maki, I think I enjoy her character more than the other cast of characters, simply because of the fact it seems like she has more backstory out of the group. She actually has a backstory that some people can actually relate upon. When it comes to, the other characters, we were sprinkled only a little bit of their backstories. Not too much was focused, but a little bit we got introduced to some of their backstories. But when it comes to Maki, two episodes are technically introducing her past and getting us acquainted with, what happened with her in, general, and why she is such a, non-communicative type of person. Oh, and boy, trust me, when it comes to people who are non-communicative, you can relate to that quite a bit. Now, in this episode of Kiznaiver, we find out that Ruru, which was Maki's friend, Ruru actually had an illness which ended up causing her death. And the main reason why Maki blames herself for the cause of her friend's death is because of the fact that Maki kind of turned her down when Ruru declared her love for her right before the time when she was about to die. So, basically, we have it to where Ruru ends up declaring her love towards Maki, and Maki turns her down because of the fact that while we can suspect that she still had, feelings for Ruru as well, the thing is that she didn't want to, progress their relationship further, because if they were to, in fact, become more than friends, that would be just much, much more harder on Maki if she were to lose Ruru. And she did end up losing Ruru, and we see in these few episodes of Kiznaiver that, it's been quite hard on Maki to begin with, and just think about, if they were actually able to develop a relationship further rather than becoming friends, this would probably really affect Maki, and who knows what would have happened, So yeah, I like the direction of this episode, and seeing the end of this episode of Kiznaiver to where we have Maki end up, accepting and moving on, rather than thinking that she was the one that in fact caused the death of her friend. I thought that was a pretty cool moment as well, and honestly, that's what Ruru wanted for her friend in general, was to just move on and don't really think too much about what happened in the past, focus on the now, which was pretty awesome. And also, we got that, running scene with Yuta, which was odd. So yeah, guys, that about does it for my review of Kiznaiver episode 7. Let me know in the comments down below on what you thought about this episode. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to drop a like. It always helps out the channel. And if you want to stick up to date to my future content on this channel and see all things anime, manga related from me, then please hit that red subscribe button below and you will never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.